Okay, so when we're going to find the equation of a line, first of all, I need just the generic equation of a line. That's the y equals something. So which one of you knows that? It's like y equals something plus something. Okay, Dylan? Do you know that? Just the equation for a line. Y equals what?
Y equals
Something x plus something. Like maybe m
M
x
plus B.
plus b. Good. Okay? So that's the equation of a line. So whenever it's asking you to find the equation of a line, you need to get it into this form. Okay? The other day we were taking standard form equations, solving them for y. Okay? And then it got into this form, right? So Maddie, when it's in this form, what is m? M equals the what? M is the what? Not quite.
The other one.
The other one. What is the other one? What do we have on a line?
It's. I don't know. I just have this M for all of these.
Shiley, what is it? We have. This is the
slope.
It's the slope. Okay. Okay. So where m is the slope of the line, and then b is what? Maddie, that's what you said a minute ago.
The y-intercept.
B is the y-intercept. Josh, what does y-intercept mean? What is that telling us? Like if I had to put a y-intercept on this coordinate plane here.
Isn't it just the starting point?
Okay, it is the starting point, and where is it? Is it just going to be here, there, somewhere on the y-axis? Where's it going to be? Where is the y-intercept? Shiley, where's the y-intercept?
It's where the line intersects on the y.
Good, it's where we are on the y-axis, okay? It's the only place it can be. That's the only place the y-intercept is, okay? Somewhere on that y-axis, all right? What is the coordinate of x when we're on the y-axis? What is my x when I'm on the y-axis?
Your x is when you're on the y-axis.
When I'm on the y-axis.
It's on the slope. Yeah.
Is what?
The slope.
Not the slope. I'm wondering, what is x?
Oh.
What's the x value when I'm on the y-axis? Did I move this way or that way? So I'm wondering, say that I have this point,
Yeah.
okay? What are the coordinates of that point going to be if that's,
It's gonna be 2.
well, that's not a coordinate though, that's just the y is 2.
0, 2.
X is 0, good. Okay? So when x is 0, I am somewhere on the y-axis. Okay? Right? Right? Okay.
Can I see my homework real quick?
Okay? So x is 0, I'm on the y-axis, and my coordinates are always going to be 0 something. Okay? And if you look here, if I do have a y-intercept and say it was 2, so it was maybe y equaled 3 over 2x plus 2, what happens if I plug a 0 in right here for x? What is y going to equal?
0. Well, if you're gonna want,
So 3 halves.
if you're trying to
times
get the
0.
y-intercept, I don't know if that's what you're trying to get.
I'm just trying to say, what happens if I plug 0 in here,
Oh,
into this
the
equation?
slope goes away.
Everything goes away there, because 0 times anything is 0, right? So my ends up being y equals 2. And that's exactly what we have here. When I plug 0 into any equation for the x, all I'm going to be left with is the y-intercept. That's why b is the y-intercept, okay? Because if I plug 0 in for x, 0 times m is 0, and all I have is y equals b, which is whatever it is, okay? All right, so that explains at least what's going on with this, okay? So this is what 3.4 is doing. It's asking you 3 things. First thing it's asking is, if the slope is 3/4, okay? So they'll have one example, example 1. if you have a slope of 3/4 and the y-intercept b equals -4, what is the equation of the line? Okay? So that's one of the things that's happening in this chapter.
Oh, it would just be y equals 3/4 x minus 4.
Good, because they gave me the slope, they gave me the y-intercept, all I'm going to do is plug those two things into that equation. So y equals the slope times x, well, they said the slope is 3/4, so 3/4 x plus b, well, ours happens to be minus, so -4. That's the equation of the line that has a y-intercept of -4 and a slope of 3/4. Okay? Are you guys all right with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? All you have to do, if they give you this information, all you have to do is plug it into the equation. All right? Okay with that?
Mhm.
That's the first thing that happens in that chapter. The second thing that happens in that chapter is,
Are we having a test coming up?
not until the end of it,
Oh, okay.
okay?
We're just reviewing. So
Yeah,
keep going.
I just wanted to explain lesson 3.4 kind of just in step 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? The second thing that happens in that chapter is they say, they give you the slope, so they'll say, okay, slope equals -2/5, okay? And then they'll say a set of points, one set of points that's on that line is 1, 7, okay? And then they say find the equation of the line that has that slope and has that set of points on the line, okay? Well, I go to my equation, y equals mx plus b. I have a slope, but this is not the y-intercept. Because if this was the y-intercept, the x would have to be what?
It's good at me. I don't know. I wasn't listening.
0, okay? It's not a y-intercept unless x is 0, okay? So this is just a point on the line, okay? Now they gave you another equation. They said, okay, well, when you don't have enough information to just stick it into there, then we need another equation. And
Oh, I
that-
see. Okay. I know what you're talking about now.
Yay, cool. So they give us another equation, and they say, if you don't have the y-intercept, we'll give you a way to find it, all right?
Y minus y1 equals m in parentheses x minus x1.
Good, okay? Okay? So they give us this handy little equation, and they say, if you don't have the right information to stick right into there, well then use this equation and solve it for y, okay? So what we're going to do, this y1 and x1, it just means take the two coordinates that are here, okay? So we're going to go, all we're going to do now is substitute things in. So, y minus, okay, you guys in back? Y minus, which one of these points is the y?
7. 7.
The 7. So y minus 7 equals, what's the slope?
-2/5.
Good, -2
Correct.
over 5 times x minus, what's the x coordinate there? Okay, 1. And now we're just going to do the math and solve this thing for y. Okay, so now we're just doing straight algebra. Yep, we're going to have to distribute. So -2/5 times x is -2/5 x. -2/5 times -1 is a positive what?
I don't know.
Hopefully positive 2/5, because 1 times anything is that
okay.
thing, okay? Equals y minus 7. I'm still trying to solve for y, so what do I do now?
Plus 7.
Good, add 7 to this side,
So 7
add
and
7 to
2/5.
that side,
So y
so y equals
minus
-2/5 x.
plus 7 and 2/5.
Well, how many fifths? Yeah, plus 7 and 2/5. We'll just say it that. If we wanted to change it all to fifths, we would just have to change 7 to 35 sevenths. Okay, so we'd have 9 in, okay? That's the equation. There it is. Y equals mx plus b. What's the slope here, Shiley?
-2/5.
What's the y-intercept, Josh?
Is it just that?
Yep. So 7 2/5. That's where I'm crossing the the y axis, right? 7 2/5. If I needed to graph it, okay,
Wait, I have a question. When it says, instead of y-intercept, when it says passes through, is that the same thing?
nope. Passes through just means it passes through that point.
So do you do it the same as all the other ones?
You would graph.
You do it like this, like we just did.
Oh, that's the formula for when it says passes through.
Well, it depends what it says it's passing through. If it's passing through the y-intercept, then you just put the y-intercept in. But if it's just passing through a set of points,
Yeah, it just says passing through 2 and 7.
well, 2, 7 is not the y-intercept.
Okay,
so, yeah.
you
So you'd
use
have
that
to use
formula.
this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, can 7 over negative 4 reduce? No?
No.
It can't become.
Just
one
negative
over
7 over negative.
I did very badly on
Okay.
7 through 11.
Oh, we'll look at them. Okay, let's just graph this thing. Okay, so we have 7 2/5. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 2/5. I'm not all the way to 8, so I'm somewhere like right there. And then I could use this negative slope of 2 over 5 to find some more points. Okay, it'd be kind of hard because I'm not going to be right on lines, but I can at least do it. Which way is the line going, first of all? What kind of a slope is it?
It's going to be a this way.
Good,
slope.
it's a negative slope, the car's driving down the hill, okay? So I have to go down or up 2, and then over 5s. So down 2, I'm gonna go to there, 1, 2, over 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then up 2, and 2, over 5. Okay, and my line's gonna look approximately something like that, okay? If I had to graph it. Okay, so that's what we do when they give us the slope and they just give us some random point that's on that line. Yep.
We didn't do any of this yesterday. I'm so confused.
Okay, maybe you want to watch them, or, okay.
Well, it's not the same as that.
Oh, okay, I'll help you in a few minutes. Okay, the last thing that happens is very similar. It's still, we're still going to use the same formula they gave us, but sometimes they just say, find the equation of the line that passes through 1, 7 and negative 3, 5. Okay, so they didn't even give us the slope, right? So Maddie, what do you think we have to do first?
Find the slope.
Find the slope. That's what we're going to have to do first. They didn't even give us the slope, so now we have to use our slope formula to find the slope. So at least we can put in a slope.
Reservoir.
Okay, so using the slope formula, okay,
Y1
So which one do you want it-
Y2 and then X2
good.
over
So which y do you want to start with? Maddie, you go ahead and find slope for us.
5,
Okay, so 5 minus 7,
7 over, and then minus 3 and 1.
okay, so minus 3
3 minus
minus 1. Okay, then we do the math. 5 minus 7 is going to be
-2.
negative 2. And then negative 3 minus 1, add the opposite,
4.
negative 4. So negative 2/4 is going to be what?
1/2.
Good, positive 1/2. Okay, so our slope is 1/2. Now the problem is exactly what we just did in the problem before. We've got a slope, we've got a set of points, we just plug it in and solve it. Okay?
So you do,
Slope is 1/2, I'm just going to put that right there.
and then
Y,
minus
choose one of the sets of
7.
points. You want to use this set? Okay. Y minus 7 equals 1/2 times x.
Minus 1.
Okay?
And then you distribute, and it's 1/2 x, and then minus 1/2, and then y minus 7, and then plus 7, and then plus 7. So y equals 1/2 x minus 7.5.
No, because it's negative 7 and a positive, a negative 1/2 and a positive 7.
So it's
It
negative
would be
still.
a 6.5. No, it'd just be it would be positive.
Yeah, it's positive
Because
6.
the negative is smaller than the
Right,
positive.
you're adding a positive 7 and a negative 1/2. Okay? Those are the only 3 things going on in that lesson. They either give you the slope and the y-intercept and you put it in, they give you the slope and one set of points and you use this formula. They just give you two sets of points and you use the slope formula to find slope and then go about that way. Okay? So that's the first half of the lesson, and then I guess, is there something else? That's what you needed? Okay, all right, so